What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brennan. I'm BManX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have a small hobby news for the Digimon TCG. Nothing really big happened last week, well, other than the release of PT23 and the delay to Canada. So it's basically nothing for us because we ain't doing anything until this week. But so everything's kind of been moved back, and that's unfortunate. But it's just the way it is with distribution and other things. Personally, my thoughts are Bandai needs to slow down because they're having such hard times getting the product to people on time consistently, especially in the fall time. This happened last year. For BT 18/19 2.0, it happened for 2.5, pushing too much product too fast. And there's a lot of products still left to come this year because we still have the LM pack, which is one thing we're going to talk about today. Billion Bullet. We still have the Amethyst Mandala deck coming in December. And then we have tons of premium Bandai stuff just hitting it out at the beginning of the year, as well as BT24 and EX11. I believe EX11 comes after in February, and BT24 is in late January. So again, just bang bang right off the pot. You know, we just had EX10, then we have another set, then we have another set, then we have EX11. It's like it's a lot, and we don't know what the new schedule is like yet. So we do have that kind of buffer right there. They have the ADO1 set coming in March, which is a reprint set, which I don't know if that's going to stretch out the time period between BT24 and BT25. I'm hoping it does, but it could also just be a one-off, and we get a new set in April, which could be another like EX set thrown into the mix, which is, in my opinion, just way too much. But we'll have to wait and see how things go. We're going to be talking about a couple things here. So let's get into it. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. All right, so we were all up to date last week on the 10th about news. So there is the Hackers Slumber Questionnaire. I recommend always filling these out, even if you don't buy boxes, because it's free stuff. This time, I believe you get the new digital copy of the new Kakumon token. That's like Hinkaku, or I can't even remember what it's called, but it's in the card from BT23. So I would take a look there because you fill out the question, you get a digital version of the token, so you can print it. You can get someone to professionally do it for you. It's good stuff to have. Although we know eventually they'll probably do like a box topper one, just like they did with the Rennie, Atho, and Poor token this set. So yeah, it's kind of cool. And we also have the card list. We're going to look at the card list for Billion Bullet, which is coming out at the end of the month. So pretty much a week after release of BT23. But it is just a small set, so it's like $40 or something like that. Well, should be $40, but it's probably a little bit more in Canada. Yay! Luca Comics and Games has an event here. And we have a little errata card update. It's just one card update, so I'm not going to do a separate errata video. We'll just look at quickly in this hobby news video. So we'll get into that one right now and just quickly see what we have for that errata update. It's simple. It's just this guy here from BT23. I thought it was Goru. I don't know if it changes with the U at the end. Don't know how to pronounce it. Matayoshi. They forgot the U at the end of his name, so it should be read as GOROU. So that's probably like in future we might get a card that plays him, like one of those tamer players, like your level 4s that can play him if you have one or less. So there's potential to see that in the future. So they want to have the right name on it for when that happens. So he's going to be treated as having the U at the end of his name. Doesn't really change much, but that is it. That's the only real change to the errata. Nothing special right there. And we talked about the questionnaire. So like I said, go fill that out and get that free token. Just takes about 5 minutes of your life that you'll never get back. Thanks, Bandai. And we have the card list here. So we knew we were getting the new memory boosts, which are different colors. You know, you got red, yellow this time. So good for like Shine Greymon decks. You have blue, purple, so good for like Garurumon, purple, blue Garurumon. You have green, yellow, so that's good for like the Terriermon decks. Yeah, stuff like that. Green. I'm trying to think of something else that's really good the Alliance, Bunny Alliance, something else that's yellow green. I mean, I guess Leomon would be another one probably that's good for. You have black, green. I really can't think of text for black green right now. I just can't even think of anything right now. You have blue black again. I mean, you have blue flare. It's good for decks like blue flare and yeah. And then this one's really good. Magenta memory boost is purple red. So that's really good for Virus Imperial. Obviously, they have the cards, those guys on there just to show you. It's like, this is Virus Imperial support, everyone. So it's just basic memory boost stuff. Reveal top 3, add 1. And then you have all your reprints. You have your cool reprints. Some of your lower, like BT3s, getting some reprints, and then it goes all the way up to BT11. The BT16 Salamon is a sweet hit. These ones I don't really care about because they're already supers and they're already cheap, but they're kind of interesting and stuff like that. So we have those in there as well. And then there's, of course, there is Uko. Alternate art, another BT16 Uko alt, so it looks pretty cool. Rapidmon alt, which is interesting. Blast mode is another alt that you can get, and usually you get like two of these in a box. So basically, if you were to buy, say, like 6 boxes, you'd have a good, like, I think like 3, potentially 3 of each, if not more. The secret was really hard to pull last time, so we'll see what the Rapidmon goes for, because the Ruin mode was the hardest one to pull. Now, this card hasn't seen a lot of play in a while, so I think that this will be a lot cheaper than Ruin mode, because Ruin mode's still a really great card, even in this format. So we'll have to wait and see price-wise on that. I don't think Ace is going to be very expensive. Ukomon might have a little bit of a price to him, but again, these ones I think are always usually easier to pull than the secret, but we'll see. And then Gospel of the Fallen Angel and Taumon are really good complete foil hits. Sunomon, meh. Heroes, kind of cool. Deathclaw and Matt are both kind of cool. The other one was the Terriermon from ST17, which I believe already has like an alternate art. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm thinking of other cards like Renamon. I can't remember. If it doesn't have one, that's kind of cool. But then they have some promo cards. This is kind of cool. So this one's kind of cool because this one's just a regular foil border, like silver foil. So that's kind of cool. This one is a nice textured one. So actually I think this is a downgrade, but it makes it easier for people to pick this card up. So that is kind of good. Same with Tyrannomon X-Antibody. That's cool because when the Tyrannomon stuff came out for Liberator, they all had like foil borders because of the EX stuff. So now this guy matches. And then basically all this is promo stuff with foil border. This is stuff you work to get the winner pack cards just so they'd reprint it just like this. So that's kind of funny. And it just makes it like getting those winner pack cards from tournament packs not really worth it, because if they just keep reprinting them. Although I think some of them they're missing. Like I think they're missing certain sets. They're doing this one right here, and we'll see. And they're doing, I believe, the next one in LM7, but we'll see if they miss some along the way and how much LM stuff they do. Like, honestly, I want them to go back and give us all the LM stuff we never got from the Japanese, which I feel like is something that they should probably work on, but meh, we'll see. And honestly, the new reprint set, they should do cards like this instead of silver border, but we'll see what they do for that as well, because like it's pointless. Nobody wants silver border, especially if you're just going to reprint them like this eventually. That's the better border cards. And then the last thing we have is Luca Comics and Games, October 29th to November 2nd, a new event. There's a Bandai card game booth. Toei animation booth. That's kind of cool. I'm not sure exactly where that is, but you get more Time Stranger decks. Yeah, I'm not even sure where this is. It's obviously not in the United States or Canada. Ooh, Rick Riordan's gonna be there. That's kind of cool. Yeah, it's probably in another country. Well, definitely in another country, but which country I don't know. Maybe Italy, Città di Luca. Yeah. So another event for, I believe, Europe. Apologize if I'm wrong. But yeah, so an event that they're gonna have a Bandai booth at. One thing that really kind of like irks me is that like this right here, this Digimon Beamon playmat is going to be only in the Europe like events and finals and stuff like that so far. But even then, if it wasn't the North American one, it's just so hard to get because judges were selling basically the tickets to the store so that scalpers could get in there and buy everything before anyone else could. They were literally profiting. Those judges should be banned from being judges ever again by Bandai. That's some dirty, dirty stuff. You've been employed to come there and create fairness for the game, and then you basically betray everyone and sell out the promotional material that everyone is hoping to get their hands on to people who will go on eBay and then hawk the stuff for 3-4 times the cost. This is like $45. They're probably selling it for if scalpers get to it like they did at the North American finals, number one wave one finals. That's probably going to be like $150 on eBay or $200 for something that is $45 US. You can see it right here, $45 US, and those and the other the premium card training sets, those were $15. $15 for that set of 6. So you could buy a play set for $90 US, $120 Canadian. People are selling them for $100 a piece because of scalping, because of people picking them up and scalping them for the highest bidder and not allowing anyone else to buy stuff while they paid to be at that event. That should not happen. There should be a limit. Like you can buy a playset, you can buy 4 of those, that's fine, but there should be a limit on the amount you can buy of this. So that's just really, really unfortunate. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Yeah, it's just kind of it's really unfortunate. So hopefully, I wish that they would make this stuff available later on to players. Like, later on, like, hey, we're releasing this on Premium Bandai, buy it if you'd like. Or, hey, we're releasing this on Premium Bandai after the tournament. Come and get it and stuff like that. But they often don't do that, which is sad and unfortunate because it really angers players because you have to either get an invite, which is hard, and especially with the amount of limited online regionals now. So you have to drive to events all over the country to potentially try and get a top 16 spot, or you have to pay your way in. And you still have to fly out or drive out to the tournament. So there's that as well. But we're going to wrap it up for today, guys. That's the hobby news we wanted to talk about. So for right now, Billion Bullets, what we have to look forward to next, which is basically a week away, week and a half away. So keep your eyes open for this. It's going to be some great cards. We'll see what the ratio pulls are. We're going to do some openings. We'll have our box openings for BT23 coming up this week. So stay tuned and enjoy. Looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we hope to see you in the next video. And as always, have a wonderful day. And that's all for now, folks.